Hey, what's happening, everybody? Anthony Conklin, AnthonyJConklin.com. 27 years in the entertainment space, 26 years in corporate America. I'm here at Cinderella in Greenwich, and I actually am watching, I'm not watching, but CNN is on the TV here, and then Fox is on the TV in the corner. And I tell you, what's really interesting is that you listen to some of these broadcasters and these news folks. It's interesting how they talk about the news, and I start to think about, well, what are the traits of really great broadcasters, but really more importantly, what are the 3 great traits of being a great communicator? Because if you cannot communicate your message to people, it's just going to get lost in the noise, especially on social media. And social media is another story, but we'll do another live stream later on about that. But I want to talk to you about the 3 tips to become a really great communicator that have worked for me personally. I hope you find this valuable. If you like what you see, just put some comments here in the comment area, and then let me know if you like it or not. I really appreciate it. So the 3 tips to being a great communicator are really simple, and this is over 27 years in the entertainment space as an MC, and also recently as a keynote speaker. More of a motivational, inspirational, and then a keynote, because I'm all over the stage. And then 26 years in corporate America. I'm the CEO of a USA-based company. I run a staff of 15 plus folks. I also run 3 companies. And I've learned that there are 3 key things to being a very successful communicator. Now, being a communicator and being a connector are kind of one and the same. You want to be able to communicate, which is get your message out, which means send something out to a person, but connecting is much, much different. Connecting is more on a personal level. So let's say as a speaker or as an MC or as a CEO, I would say the 3 steps to being a great communicator are this. 1 is you absolutely must be authentic. Tell your story. I mean, how many motivational videos do you guys watch today, right? How many times do you go through your news feed and see this motivational speaker or this life coach, right? Or this artist or this social media person? Nothing against them. I love them all. I mean, I have very, very good friends in the social media space. And I will tell you that the one thing I find that resonates with me and which resonates with audiences is being absolutely authentic. You got to tell your story. People are dying to hear your story. So be authentic and be truthful. Meaning, don't take someone else's story because you heard it on a podcast or you saw it on a video. Don't take that. Take your story. Like, my story is really interesting. I won't give you the whole thing, but I'm from Mount Vernon, New York. I never forget where I came from. I grew up there. I went to Columbus School, met some great friends that are still friends today. Most of them are still alive, which is really great. I wasn't the greatest student, and I really sucked in math, and I had to take algebra twice. So I didn't really do well in college. I didn't even finish. So it was a mess for me, right? Now, that's a good story to tell, but there's got to be value behind the story. Like, you got to say, here's my story, and here's what I learned from it, so you leave value. So being authentic is definitely the first thing you have to be able to be when you're a speaker or be a great communicator. Number two, be passionate. Oh my gosh, I cannot tell you how important it is to be passionate. If you don't have that excitement, that energy, that passion, that love, that feeling, that connection with your story to the audience, they're going to look at you like this and do one of these. They're going to fall asleep. So be passionate. Passion comes from not something that you create. Passion doesn't come from something that you see. Passion comes from in here. It's right in here. Passion's something that pulls you to become, to be, to execute on something. That's really what it's all about. You gotta want to bring them in as, that's right, I can bring you guys in as a guest. I just noticed that. So number 2 is to be passionate. Just, Tony Robbins uses the term live life with passion. It's something that's kind of glued into my brain right here forever. So thanks, Frank. Good seeing you, buddy. So be passionate. And the third step, or the third secret, or the third thing to being a great communicator is telling great stories. Oh, Everything in life is about the story. Think about it. The story of Steve Jobs, the story of John F. Kennedy, the story of Martin Luther King, the story of Albert Einstein, the story of Thomas Edison, the story of Jim Rohn, Tony Robbins, the story of you name it. It's all about the story. People get drawn into a story, right? Now, if I told you, well, Martin Luther King, he was the head of the civil rights movement, and he changed the world, right? Those are great facts, and I'm not taking away, but if you can take the facts and put them into a story and say, imagine what it was like in the 1960s as an African American pastor. Imagine what he was going through and the struggles that he had to face, and the constant harassments and attacks against his family, and then eventually it took his life. But the things that he left were a major legacy for people to remember for generations to come. Now that's a better way of communicating, by saying Martin Luther King, his pastor, blah, 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 blah. Because there's no excitement, there's no story behind it. Stories are the key to communication. Authenticity, passion, and story. If you can take your story and wrap your story up in a way that people walk away feeling like, I want more, or boy, was I moved by that, or oh my gosh, I never knew that, or wow, that was amazing, then you've done your job. So whether you're a CEO of a company, whether you're a DJ running a business, or whether you're a carpenter or a nurse, or whether you're an electrician or a plumber or a life coach or a Tony Robbins or Steve Jobs or whoever you are or were, the key to communicating, I know Steve Jobs really passed, but the key to communicating successfully requires authenticity, requires an immense amounts of passion, and telling a really, really good story. Hope that was helpful, guys. Once again, I'm Anthony Conklin. You'll find me at anthonyjconklin.com. I am a keynote, and I am also a motivational speaker. I help entrepreneurs connect their passion and their purpose and build this bridge called why. Everything is about your why. So think about, what's your why? What's the one thing that's calling you to be in your life, right? You don't get up in the morning and just go to work. You got to get up and say, I'm going to have a lot of fun today. I'm going to do something great. I'm going to leave an impact. I'm going to do something that I love to do. Because before you know it, it'll be time to go. Every day, time is your most precious asset. Use it wisely. In the famous names, I'm having so much fun today. In the famous names of Les Brown, I would like to leave you with this. You have greatness within you. You do. Don't listen to anybody other than yourself. You have greatness within you. You have a very special gift that you were born with. It's your job. It's your duty. It's your responsibility. It's your obligation. It's your ultimate thing in life, is to take your gift, harness your gift, and share it with the planet. Share it with the planet. Guys, I hope this was helpful. I hope you have a fantastic evening. And until then, I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Share this out. Share this out. Share. Hit the share and share it out. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you next time.